I'm LaDonna Lockard, and this is Max Convos. I'm here today with Jeana Lanktree. Jeana is, if you are unfamiliar with her, she is one of the most foremost brilliant minds in the mortgage industry. Jeana, you have so much experience all over this industry. You are compliance. You've helped start up different mortgage companies. You've run teams. I'm not exaggerating when I say you are phenomenal at what you do. I know that there's a very specific topic on your mind today, though, that we're going to be talking about. Lead me into it, lady. Talk to me.
Well, thank you. That was a really warm welcome. Today we're going to talk about disasters. So, everybody has them, right? Sometimes in life, sometimes in business, but right now we're seeing a lot of natural disasters. And so I think the more prepared we are as an industry to get ahead of this, the better off we can be. I also think it's a good opportunity for us to be a neighbor to our clients and not show up so transactional down the road. So there's a couple things you can do to help your clients right away. First off, if you know they're in an area that they're going to be experiencing a natural disaster, get ahead of that. Call them. Let them know, hey, I saw some things coming your way. Or if they're in an area that has seasonal disasters. So I know you're in, it's hurricane season. It is tornado season. It's flood season, whatever it may be. But get ahead of that. Call them. Make sure they check their insurance policy. And then coach them through what to do in an emergency. When they've experienced something traumatic or they've just gone through a disaster, that's not the time to call and start talking to them about a loan. I had a friend just this morning who called and said, oh, we're way ahead of it. Our team is down there and we're offering them a specific loan product. And I said, that makes no sense. You're actually throwing the football downfield with nobody there to catch it. It's a mess. And so you've got to get ahead of that and really prepare the client. What a lot of people don't know is first step, take some pictures. Tell them, take pictures, get ahead of it, make sure that they're taking pictures, that they're actually documenting date and time. After that, contacting their insurance company, making sure that they file a claim, that they get everything documented with them so that they can start that process of recovering. Then calling their mortgage lender. A lot of people do not know that mortgage lenders, the agencies, will give their servicer 90-day grace periods or forbearance periods. Super important to tell them what disaster you're a part of so that they can put that code on your credit. And then later on in reporting, when you are trying to do a loan for them or get them reestablished, they have that documented and they can recover quicker and you're not dealing with foreclosures or hardships. A lot of people don't know you have to still make your mortgage payment, even if that home burns to the ground or washes down a river. So it's really important to know that and to explain to them that they're going to cover the home or they're going to cover you to rebuild. And if they already are thinking through that, they know which direction to go. And you're not trying to explore that when their home is in crisis.
I love that tip. I really do, because you're so right. Obviously, no one wants or plans for these disasters to happen. But they're occurring, and they're occurring with more frequency than what we've seen in the past. And consequently, we're seeing insurance companies pull out of different areas. This is such an important and top of mind topic. So I'm so grateful that you are willing to share and give these tips. What else do you have for us?
Well, one of the other things is giving them kind of a plan, right? Some of these people, they also have a bunch of different resources with their state government or their federal government. They can lean into those. Giving them a plan. A lot of times there's something, and all this is not just from my brain. This is just stuff you can Google. You can look it up. It's all out there. So it's not that, there's a great wealth of knowledge here. It's just digging and finding resources for them. But, how to use their phone as a satellite. That's something really interesting. We all have a little satellite feature that in case of an emergency, we can get in contact with someone. So little things like that, tips and tricks that you can get ahead of and just share with your clients so that then you become an advocate for them throughout the process of recovery. You become their friend that they're calling and saying, hey, what options do I have? If I rebuild, what does it look like? If I pay off the home and we relocate, what does that look like? But really protecting their credit and protecting, their ability to remake those payments through that transaction is going to be crucial.
Fantastic, fantastic tips. I know, kind of looking towards the future and once someone has actually undergone a natural disaster, they've had something that's happened, you have more specific tips on what the after process looks like. In the interest of time, I think we need to make this a 2-part series. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have you back again next week because we need to delve into this even further. So thank you again so much for being here. Thank you for your foresight and for being willing to talk about this. let's get you back here next week. We're going to keep digging into this. So, Jeana, thank you again. And for Max Convos, I'm LaDonna Lockard.
For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to nationalmortgageprofessional.com.